Hello, welcome. Let's take a look at a stack of comic books. I'm back on to back issues again this month. I ordered these last week. I'm back on the thing that I like to do, which is uh, order a comic book a day. Here's what I do: I fill my cart with 30 comics, and then I buy those as my monthly comic book purchase, since I don't have a local comic book store that I go to. What I do is in purchasing these books, it's almost a little game I play. Um, what I do is I attain to making the books average out to a price of about $4, $5, or $6 each. Now I do cheat, and I'll spend, because in here is mixed comics that are only a couple bucks, $2, $3, $4. But then I'll cheat with a couple, two, three items that'll be $10 or more. But typically I buy nothing don't buy any single issues that are more than $20. Maybe not even more than 15. Even the cheats, like I think this was $10. This is Animal Life from 1955, and April 1955. And it's like in like new condition. I haven't even popped this out and looked at it yet. I did remove the tape. So I have a thing about tape in my collection. Let's talk about that. So I tuck. No tape, just tuck. That sounds like a book that might be in a elementary school library or something. All tuck, no tape. I don't know, but I'm all tuck, no tape. I remove all tape from all of my bags in my collection because of a history of having problems with tape. Sometimes, one thing or another leads to a problem with tape, and I don't have any tape in my collection. So as soon as I get my books from mycomicshop.com, I remove the tape and I retuck the bag. Look at this incredible cover. Can you see why I grabbed this? And it's like in like new condition. We might do a whole video on this. This is the first Animal Life that's in my collection. It really looks beautiful, doesn't it? April 55. We're going to get into all this. Oh, this looks fun, fun, fun. Look at that guy. Okay. All right. So that's the first big purchase. It's and it's like that's like a little a little special something, because as you'll see, the rest of the stuff that we'll look at that I picked up this month is it's mundane. It's nothing like super duper special, or you'll see. Although there is an interesting story into here in here. These came this morning. Some of them are still bagged, and some I already unbagged. The ones that I unbag are the ones that have stickers on the bags that I couldn't peel off, and so I'll have to be rebagging these and get new bags on them. But this is Korg #1, which I never owned. I had a couple issues of Korg as a kid, but now I picked up an issue recently, I think issue #2, maybe last year, and it rekindled my interest in Korg. And I watched some episodes of the show, and I had renewed appreciation for the artwork of Pat Boyette in here. And yeah, that's the whole thing. That's it. So this is Korg #1. I never had this as a kid. See, look, story and art by Pat Boyette. Never had this as a kid, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. There's another issue of Korg in here, I think, #4. I think I got that. I did buy some Charlton this month, and so we'll be looking at a lot of Charlton. For some reason, I just felt like Charlton, and so I bought particular issues. Drag Strip Hot Rodders. It's like #10. It's got this really cool cover. I mean, that's why I buy an issue like this. This is the first Drag Strip Hot Rodders in my collection. I don't have any other of this. I got this because of that car right there. I like that yellow sedan or coupe. It looks like a Charger or a Corvette. Is that it? With that triangular rear window without a window post, and is this a Dodge? It looks like a Dodge to me. I could be wrong. I'm not super. Uh, cars isn't my number one thing, but I do love them. Here's an issue of Adventure Comics that I needed. I'm always working on my Adventure Comics run of Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. This is one of my favorite titles in this era. It's a really nice cover. Superboy's crack up. It's just a very readable comic book. Can you guys hear the violin in the background? There's some kids next door, and there's somebody playing the violin right now, practicing. I'm going to get up and just in case it's distracting, they're doing I just heard them play Happy Birthday to You. That could be a copyright infringement. Hold on. Yeah, they were playing the birthday song, practicing the birthday song. And yeah. The Great Gazoo. More Charlton goodness from the 70s. He's so cool. Gazoo. That's nice. He crashed into this dinosaur's head. This is going to be good. This is some sort of evil devil Gazoo. Great Gazoo, you guys. More Charlton. Fighting Air Force. I don't think I have any other Fighting Air Force, but this is a nice looking comic. That cover, isn't that beautiful? Wow, that's nice looking. Can you guys see that? Maybe my camera's not set up the best. It's too close, I guess. But you can get the gist of it. You can see the whole cover like that, kind of, can't you? Here's Warlord #1, which I needed. So I've been reading Warlord recently, and it's fun. We've been talking about this in our community. Anyway, I needed that first issue special. I still need it. First issue special #8, I guess it is, or that's the first appearance of Warlord. I still don't have it, but I did need Warlord #1 and Warlord #11, which is in here. It's right here, and to complete like my first 50 issues, I guess, or so. And that's the best of this title, is probably the first 50 issues, I guess. I don't know, this is great stuff. Warlord #1 in mid to high grade. It looks really nice for very inexpensive. So that's mixed in there, but I think this was $10. I think it was $10. I was going to say this. So this is one of the more pricey things that I added to the collection this month. Here's #11. Now this is a really neat cover that I never had, that I've been missing for years and years, and so now I finally got it. Now that the run is complete, and I like this. It's grayscale, I guess is what we would call this, reminiscent of those Russ Heath war covers. Can you see? Very nice. This guy Mike Grell, I'm sorry. Mike Grell was great. So every one of these issues like opens typically with like this action scene. These characters are fantastic. Her name is Mariah. She's beautiful. And that's Travis Morgan. And he's the main character. He's the warlord. And then that's Machiste, his friend in the background. Look at that. Triceratops. But what I'm saying is you turn the page and, oh wait, what the heck? Where's the double page spread? You guys know what I'm talking about. This has got to be the only issue without the double page spread. So every other issue opens like this. Where's the double page spreads? Oh man, look at this. I love that. Anyway, you remember what I'm talking. Typically all of these Warlords open up with a double page spread on the second and third page. These are the only two issues that don't do that, I guess. More Charlton stuff. This looks great. This is Ghostly Tales number 79. Ghostly Tales from the Haunted House. Very nice cover. Witch. A little bit better? Anyway, this looks good. It really isn't better. Hopefully it's good enough for you guys. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch it and see. It's my first issue of Ghostly Tales from the Haunted House. Looks great. I love the cover. Look at that beautiful cover, you guys. All this stuff that we're going through, unless I pointed out, every issue we'll be looking at is relatively the same price as a new comic book. So these are all $3, $4, $5 comic books. And then when it comes to the stuff that, remember how I mentioned it, I called them cheats. So when it comes to the issues that I spent more than $5 or $6 or $4 or $3 on, that are more like $10, I'll point those out. So otherwise, that's my goal, is to have the whole thing average out to around $5 an issue. It's kind of like I said, it's a game I play. This is a nice issue in good condition of Josie and the Pussycats, giant size, and from the 1970s. And these are just like the cartoons. You got the same casts, you got Thompson TV. This is while it was still a cartoon, I think. 1972, kind of at the height of popularity of Josie and the Pussycats, this particular issue. 1972, this is going to be a lot of fun, really good stuff. Looking forward to reading it. I enjoyed the cartoon. Looking forward to the comic. Little Archie, I always love. This is a later issue, number 82, also from the 70s. I got this particular issue because it's got a little Sabrina story in it that looks really good. Something to do with the Wizard of Oz, I think it said. $1973. Also, this is in really good condition. Are you looking at this? It's in good shape. Oh man, look at these. Daredevil stunts, wild action from Kenner. Turbo Tower of Power. This looks great. I'd love to find some of those. Little Archie is excellent. It's different than the other. Here we go. It's different than the other Archie titles. See, look. The Witches of Oz. I thought I saw that when I was reading the synopsis of this book. I'm glad I picked it up. So yeah, yes, this Little Archie is better and different than regular Archie. Even though I like regular Archie titles as well, and Betty and Veronica and Jughead, this is the best of all of them, and it's different than the rest of them. That's just how I would describe it. Here's that Korg number 4 that I was looking forward to reading that I haven't read before. It's got an alien on the cover. More Pat Boyette, and it looks really good, and these are like $2 a piece, I think. Here's Tor number 1, which I've needed all these years. So I've had a couple other issues of Tor, I think number 2 and number 3, I think. Anyway, one of them he's holding a baby, and there's a big fire going on in the background or something like this. I needed number 1 this whole time. So now I have it. Oh, can't believe I left this in the bag. Took the tape off. This is War of the Worlds Amazing Adventures number 21. It's one that I've been missing this whole time. I plugged in a couple. I picked up a couple of these this month. I'm working on this run, and I'm looking forward to reading it all the way through once I get them all. Here's the other one I picked up this month. Number 23. I remember reading just a couple issues when these were first coming out off the stands, but my cousin in Sacramento, he had many of them. And I remember reading this one right here. The Willard influenced, I guess Willard must have been in the theaters and was popular. This is the early 70s. 20 cents. Great art. Who is this? Anyway, I think it's like P. Craig Russell or something inside here. Maybe not. I take that back. It's not. It looks like a Herb Trimpe. It is. Anyway, this is good stuff. I'm looking forward to reading that. Oh, here's some more Archie stuff that I picked up. So I discovered this. Been reading some of those new Archie comics that they've been putting out, those smaller incarnations, and found these two on my comic shop for inexpensive. Maybe these are from the 90s, but they're pretty thick. It's like 190 pages or something. And it's the 1940s, the best of the 40s. This was very inexpensive, you guys, like $5 or $6. And where do you see the art in here? I can't wait to read this. I've never read any of this original Archie stuff. It reminds me of Will Elder. See? Where's that one? There's a picture of Veronica in here. Just bear with me. We're going to thumb through this because look at how good this is. But there was a picture when I first pulled it out of the bag earlier. There it is. I opened it up, and this was the first page it opened up to. Look at that. So look for this, the Archie Americana series Best of the 40s. Forward by Stephen King. There's that famous image. It looks like, originally it was $11.95, but this was $5 or $5.95 on my comic shop. I think they have more. If you guys are interested, there was a couple more, I think. This is book 2 of the same series. It doesn't look like it's as thick, but it was also cheap, same price. And book 2, same deal. More 1940s Archie that looks very good to me. Matter of fact, it looks like the best Archie I've ever seen. I like this style even better than Dan DeCarlo. Do you guys agree or disagree? Tell me in the comments. I do like that. Maybe not better, but there's something to this. I do like Dan DeCarlo too. I love how the girls look in the 60s and the 70s. But Betty and Veronica in the 60s were fantastic. And that's one of those new books that I got. I think it's called Betty and Veronica Decades 60s. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Other than that little chip up there, this is in pretty good condition. I like this. There's a little fold here anyway. This is Fantastic Giants. It's numbered 24, but it's really Conga. It's formerly Conga 24. So the first 23 issues were Conga. 24 is Fantastic Giants. Now I really love oversized, giant-sized issues. You'll see me showing a lot of them. I've got a lot of them in my collection. I particularly enjoy them. I think we should do a video of Marvel giant size soon. I've got a pretty good collection of Marvel. But I really like giant size books. This is a special Steve Ditko, 64 pages featuring 2 Charlton classics plus 2 all-new stories. So you get the original first issue of Conga, and then the first issue of Gorgo, first appearances, and then 2 all-new stories, Conga and Gorgo. And it's all Steve Ditko, and this is thick. Look at this, isn't this nice? That's Conga #1, I think. Oh, look at this. Doesn't this look great? I'm really happy to have this. I'm looking forward to reading this. Oh, this is a little bit more expensive. This was about an $8 or $9 book. Here's Bugs Bunny and the Rabbit Olympics. It's 4-color number 432. It's an older issue. I'm always working on plugging in 4 colors. Not trying to collect all 1,300 issues of 4-color, obviously, but when I see issues that I don't own yet and they're for an affordable price, like this was $2.50 or something, I think about $2.50 or $2.40, I'll pick them up. This looks interesting. I like Bugs Bunny. I don't buy all of them. As I've mentioned before, I don't like to buy too many Porky Pig comics because I don't like reading. I don't like stuttering in my head, because when I read Porky Pig, then I have to talk in my head like Porky Pig, and I don't care to do it. Caught a couple Tarzan issues this month to plug in that I was missing. They have a photo cover of almost this exact same pose. This is a painted cover, but I have another issue earlier than this that's just a photo cover of the actor next to a stuffed antelope. Another nice painted Tarzan cover. This is a low grade. This is probably a 2.0 that I paid $3 for, which I do every now and then. Another one like that. I think this is a 2.5. Another Charlton. Freddy. I've never owned a Freddy before, but I got this because it looked really cool. It was inexpensive, and it's got a story. It's not just the cover. It has a story in here about this kid Freddy joining the army, going to the recruiting center. So I'm looking forward to reading this. You guys seen Freddy before? Looks like he joins the army. I haven't seen Freddy before. This is the first one I've got. All right, now we're coming to the end of the video and the more expensive stuff that I added this month. So I'm working on my 80-page giant collection. So I'm working on getting these. I really like these early DC reprints, just like I also like the early Marvel reprints. And I love giant size. So I love 80-page giants. This is number 11, Superman, featuring the greatest Superman Luthor duels. It looks great. Little messed up corner here, but otherwise this is in really good shape. This was about a $6 book, I think. Kryptonite Man. Superboy. This is going to be fun. Great stuff, right? Another one of these. What was it stuck to? Oh, there's a little on where that sticker was. I need to get rid of this bag then. This is 80-page giant number 13, featuring the greatest scoops of Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. Also, really an acceptable grade for me in my collection. This is probably a 4.0 or 4.5 or something, and I think I paid, once again, $6 or $8. And I needed this in my collection. And I love reading these. This is some of my favorite. When it comes to reading DC, this is my favorite era, or however you want to say it. It's like my favorite way to read it. Okay, let's look at this one first. So then I got another one that I needed. This is a facsimile, though. So this is number 8, More Secret Origins. I needed this issue, and it's an expensive issue. Well, they all are expensive and high grade, but at any rate, this is cheaper to buy this facsimile, and I don't ever mind doing this. I will plug facsimiles into my collection if they're well done like this one is. Then here's the last thing. So this was an error on the part of my comic shop. So I opened up my order and pulled my books out, and instead of 80-page Giant number 12, they sent me Batman number 185. And I already own I have this. This is my second copy now of this issue. I already own Batman 185. I was really after, and I ordered 80-page Giant number 12. And it is also a Batman Giant. It's an 80-page, it says 80-page Giant Batman, just like this. And it's the same, configuration cover of the 4 different stories. But it's the one with the aliens on the cover. It's Strange Batman Stories. And I don't have that one yet. That's the one I ordered. So for the first time today, this morning, I just picked up the phone and I called mycomicshop.com. And someone answered on the second ring. And he was super helpful and easy to deal with. And it was almost as if he answers the phone and deals with this problem on a regular basis, which when you think about it, must be the case. Because think of how many orders, and anyway, they're busy. But he was there to help me, and he did it super fast. I just told him the case, and he looked it up on the computer, and he said, yes, okay, I can see the issues here, and that's the one you ordered, and it's still showing up. I will send it to you. And that was it. I said, thanks. So he's going to mail me the issue that I actually ordered. I'm looking forward to getting it because I needed it. But now we have 2 of these, and maybe we'll, I don't know, give one of these to one of my sons. They might be interested, but who knows? Sometimes you need 2 of everything. That's everything. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed our video today, looking at the new books that I picked up from mycomicshop.com. And I'm always satisfied with them. If I had a local shop that I wanted to, or I could shop at, I would. But there isn't. Especially no place where I can get this stuff. This is all I want. All I want is comics that I enjoy. And the comics that I enjoy happen to be from the 50s and 60s and 70s for the most part. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a fantastic day. Talk to you later.